So who are we talking to today?
Hi, my name is Whit Jones. I'm the campaign director for the Energy Action Coalition, a coalition of 50 organizations across the country working with young people to stand up to big dirty energy companies and advance a clean energy economy.
And what's your goal out of the conference today?
Our goal here is really to bring people together, to create strategies, to bring about the clean energy economy here in the heartland. And we're also hosting a big demonstration to call on President Obama to join us in standing up to big oil and reject the Keystone XL tar sands pipeline.
How did you guys come to choose Cleveland State University?
Our local partners, the Ohio Student Environmental Coalition, work with students on campuses across the state, and they are hosts here and chose Cleveland State.
Have you guys noticed any of like the wind turbines? I mean, like Cleveland seems to be pretty proactive in this movement.
Yeah.
What have you seen from this area that you like?
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen the wind turbines. I love hearing about the new solar manufacturing factories popping up in Toledo and across the state. There's a lot of hope here in Cleveland, I would say. There's also still a number of big coal plants and unfortunately more tar sands pipelines and fracking threatening the state. So while I'm excited to see all the positive progress, I know that we have to keep working for it to make sure Ohio and our country heads in the right direction.
Did your organization meet the number of people that you wanted at this conference?
Yeah, we have over 400 people registered here from across the Midwest. Very excited with the turnout right now. You know, there's incredible movement and energy across the country behind the Occupy movement, behind these Powershift conferences. There's a really strong campaign going on right now to demand President Obama reject the Keystone XL pipeline, and it's getting a lot of people energized and motivated in the grassroots like we haven't seen in a long time.
And this is a regional thing.
Yep.
Are all the regions participating in one way or another with these conferences?
There's a conference in the West Coast and the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, and Southeast. So we've got fairly strong coverage across the country.
I appreciate your time. So basically, what's your name and where are you from?
My name's Ashley Hall and I am from Livonia, Michigan. It's a suburb of Detroit.
And what interests you in this alternative energy forum?
It is, I honestly see this as the only option. It's like the future, and I feel like especially in the Midwest, we play such an integral role with everything because we were the Rust Belt, you know, we're the coal country. And it's so important for the Midwest to get a paradigm shift to the renewable energies that is just going to help our country and help our world so much. And like I said, I really see that as the only option.
And is this something that you plan on doing like for quite a long time, or is this like a passing phase?
Well, I don't plan on being a youth organizer forever, but I am majoring in policy, basically writing environmental policy. So I hope to work for maybe the Department of Natural Resources or the Department of Environmental Quality and write policy to create ways to make it easier for renewable energy companies to grow and to make money.
Do you think college-age students are more in tune to this now, or is this just, since it's here, it seems like it's...
I think college students are so into this movement because, like I said, we are the ones that this dirty energy is affecting, and our future is going to be put on hold, and water is going to cover up countries, and we see that as happening, so I think we're really into it because of the effect that's going to have on us.
Okay, can you explain the Powershift? Yes.
So Powershift is a national conference. It's every 2 years in Washington, D.C. Last year we were in D.C. this past spring. About 10,000 people came, and we had a similar conference. So moving on from that national conference, in order to continue to build momentum, we're having regional Powershifts. I think last week there was the Eastern Powershift, there's in Virginia. This week obviously is a Midwest Powershift. So it's a way for us to kind of use the momentum we all felt during National Powershift and apply it very specifically to our regions and our states.
And how many people are involved in it? Is it mostly college-age students?
There are a lot of college students. It's typically more of like a young conference, I guess I would say. So we do a lot of recruitment on college campuses, but there are also a lot of like young professionals that have kind of stayed in the movement and are working on it. And we engage a lot of really cool speakers from all different types of people.
And what's your role in the organization?
My role is, I'm a student, I'm here. I recruited from the state of Michigan, so I was a state lead, and I was in charge of getting everybody from Michigan to come to the conference. So.
And what would your main goal of the outcome of?
For how many people? Or
no, like what are your goals and what?
Why are we here?
Yes.
Okay. I guess our goal would be kind of, I guess it's more of a forum for communication and networking. We have all these great leaders all over the Midwest, all over the states, but a lot of times they're disconnected. We don't communicate together. We could be so much more powerful if we were united in our efforts. So our goal here really is to just network and communicate with each other so that we can find ways that we can continue to progress the movement in our region. Personally, my goal for being here is to gain inspiration and momentum from all the other amazing people that are here. It's really easy to get burnt out doing all this crazy work, but being here, seeing everybody else doing all the work is really inspiring.
Have you seen progress in alternative energy since you've started with the organization?
When you say organization, I don't really know what you're...
Well,
Powershift, I guess, isn't an organization on its own. It's implemented by different organizations. So have I seen a difference since doing Powershift, or...
Well, have you seen it, like, since you've started with
what I do?
Yes. Have you seen...
A difference?
Yes.
I guess that's an interesting question, because before I started, I really didn't, know what was going on.
You weren't in tune.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess I can't really say. I do think that energy issues have become I think that they've become more of an issue in Michigan. Our economy is obviously doing horribly. It's one of the worst in the country. So we have I think there are a lot of people that are excited about the opportunities that it could bring us. Green jobs, we do a lot with the green economy. Detroit is really kind of being revitalized right now through a lot of these green economy projects like urban farms and stuff like that. So I think that there definitely has been some momentum in Michigan.